Network. In the Pacific region, there is some resentment about the concept of human rights. Some of our leaders are fond of decrying them as a Western or alien concept at odds with our values. Doing this report and after hearing all your presentations throughout the past 2 days has most certainly given me a better picture and more knowledge of how things are in the Pacific, and especially in my island kingdom of Tonga. And what has been mostly kept silent in a lot of ways, just because of our culture and taboo. Human rights are universal in nature. They are about fairness and decency. This presentation will be based on what we transgenders are going through in the Kingdom of Tonga. In Tonga, transgender community and same-sex relationships are not recognized or protected by law. This lack of legal recognition contributes to social invisibility and lack of influence in policymakers and officials responsible for resource allocations. Service delivery. Criminalization perpetuates discriminatory and outmoded beliefs of some health professionals who consider transgender status as a disease or disorder. For Tonga to effectively respond to the human rights issues, these factors must be addressed despite the needs. TG's projects and organizations have little to no funding from governments or donors in the region to respond to rights or transgenders and sexual health issues in their communities. There must be resources made available urgently to fund this work, and this requires leadership from national governments and as well as donors in other institutions in the Pacific. These pictures, ladies and gentlemen, are from the opening of our TLA office. That's the Royal Highness Princess Joleen, who did the launch. And also at the bottom picture, we have some of the members of also the expats, the Australian and New Zealand High Commission. Those of you who don't know where Tonga is, it's that little dot, and it's number 19. The first known HIV positive person in Tonga was a Leti, a member of the Leti community, and died in August 1987. This tragedy led to a growing understanding by some key members and supporters of the Leti community to do more to support Letis in Tonga. In February 1992, 5 members got together with the leadership in support of the first female MP, Mrs. Papilo Foliaki, to discuss the need to establish an association to look after the welfare of Letis and or transgenders. Her Royal Highness Princess Joleen supported the idea and agreed that her eldest daughter, Honourable Salote Lupebau, would become the patron of the new organization. On Saturday, 4th July 1992, the Tonga Letis Association was born. A constitution was approved and registered with the government on the 6th of July 1992. The first Miss Galaxy pageant was held the following year to fund the work of the Tonga Letis Association. As you can see, it took us 18 years to finally write a proposal to the NEC Fund. And it was through the PRHP and HIV and STI Response Fund. But it took the PRHP and the SVC quite a task to understand what I said about when I actually mentioned in the proposal that we're actually going to do a retreat. They didn't accept the word retreat in any of our proposal. They thought that we were going for a holiday. But for us in Tonga, for the Leitis to be able to come to any kind of training, we needed something that's totally different from classroom training. We wanted to go out, enjoy the climate, the beautiful weather, and not only that, but to have a safe environment for us to be able to talk and bring our stories together. Transgender in Tonga and in the Pacific are negatively affected by gender norms. Some of our cultures include gender categories do not align with Western male or female dichotomies, constituting third sexes such as Samoan Fafafini, Sipungi, PNG Palopers, Tongan Whakaleiti, Whakatangata, or Fijian Whakasalewa, to name a few. In Tonga, the terms LGBT, MSM, and transgender are increasingly used, mainly in regional and international contexts, especially when we deal with the donors. But locally, we only use Leiti. The TVT project, the research was done in Tonga reveals two surprising moments. First of all, the rich data, sample, and representation of 108 interviewed Leitis out of 122 Leitis in the island. Second, the comparatively high level of experiences with trans respect and comparatively low level with transphobia and discrimination, which contradicts the legal situation of Leitis in Tonga, who do not only lack the right to legal gender recognition, but are also subject to two forms of criminalization. The criminalization of homosexuality and the criminalization of cross-dressing, but also lack the right to legal gender recognition.